直接说以后就我们这条线路就推迟50分钟也行。他线路时间不改，他偶尔可能2、3周有一次他还准点，所以你还每天得准点在那里等着，就站在那个马路边
那如果你去接他的话，要排队对吧？
啊，那个排的太长了，也是很辛苦。
我知道有个家长他就特别，因为他孩子事特多，就各种课，然后他每次都会提早去学校排队，然后争取第一批接走。
至少得提前一。
Alright, Eugene, you know we are less than a month away. What? We are less than a month away from the recital, so we're gonna do run through now. No, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. You never perform in front of a small group of people, have you? How about school? Talent shows? Have you done that?
There's no talent shows, never.
Do they have it this year?
No?
Never?
Yeah, they never had. They just put the music in the radio. So they don't even need.
Well, eventually your school will have some, like every school has those. Okay, so what you do is, which piece are you playing? The sonatina first?
Sonata first.
Sonata, right? Okay. You need to first organize your music. Okay. Step 1, you need to organize your music. 你这样先弹这个的话，你就把它放在 Saber Dance 前面，弹完翻过去就好了。OK。
到时候弹的时候是要看谱还是不看谱的？
Up to you, but if you're not using the music, make sure you memorize it completely. Okay. All right. So what you do is, here's your binder. Hold it with one hand. You're gonna walk up in front of the bench over there. Walk up to the bench. Turn around. No. You need to introduce yourself. Stand in front of the bench, like yes. There you go. And then put your left hand on the piano. On the edge of the piano, the corner. Yes, there. Yeah, Just rest your hand there. And then do you see the camera in front of you? Yeah, I know there's so many stuff. No. That camera.
That thing?
Yeah, basically where your mom's sitting. Yes.
Oh.
Now you're gonna see 15 to 20 people watching you this time.
Okay.
Okay, not like this. Like this. Just hold the piano. Yeah, take a bow to that direction. Yes. And then talk loudly, tell people your name and what you're playing, and then I hope you enjoy my playing at the end. Go ahead, try that.
Okay. Hello, my name is Eugene, and I will be performing the sonata from Haydn. I don't really know the name.
Sonata?
Sonata, what's
You can just say Haydn Sonata.
Haydn Sonata and Saber Dance on this performance. Hope you enjoy my performance and grab some chips if you like.
And what?
Grab some chips if you like.
Grab some chips. What did I come on? We don't have chips. We don't have chips. I mean, if you want, you can surprise people with that. People are like, huh? Okay. And then after you sit there, you sit down. Okay, do that again. Come here. Yeah, come back here. All right, now it's your turn. Go. And you don't want to stand too close to the chair because sometimes people bow and their butt bump into the chair and they knock themselves over. I'm not kidding. Or you knock the chair over. It's weird. Do it again. All right. After you do that, sit down, stop the music all by yourself. Nobody will be helping you. Okay? You play the Haydn. When you finish the Haydn, people will go like this, right? When people do that, look to your right and just nod your head a little bit. It's like saying thank you. Because you might be wearing mask, you might not. It's up to you once you go on stage. So people, they probably won't see you smiling. You see, it's awkward when you're smiling. People just like, huh? Is she smiling? Look to your right, do your head like that, and that's like saying thank you, and people clap. Okay. After that, you play a second piece. Okay. When you finish the Saber Dance, people will clap. Okay. As soon as you hear people clapping, stand up. Walk in front of the bench, all right, and then take a bow. And then turn around, grab a binder, and go back to your seat. Make sense?
Makes sense.
That's the whole procedure. All right, let's pretend this is a real performance. And, oh, by the way, before you start playing any piece, put your hands on the piano. Give yourself a few seconds to think about how loud, emotion, speed, things like that. Give yourself a few seconds, get in the mood, and then play. Once you start, get to the end. It's a real performance. Okay? Alright, go ahead. I'm just gonna be here watching you. Go.
Hello everybody, my name is Eugene and I will be performing a Haydn Sonata, I don't really know the name actually, and Saber Dance. Hope you enjoy my performance. Grab some chips if you want.
And look for your book. Grab your book. Oh, yeah, there you go. Okay. Now, a couple things before we talk about the music itself. First of all, when you go on the stage, I like how you bow, introduce yourself. But when you talk, don't pause too long between phrases. People will think, oh, she's done talking, and they will start clapping to welcome you on stage. But you were just starting the next phrase. Do you remember? Yeah, that was a little bit awkward. Okay? So when you talk, say, hello, my name is Xu Jing. I'll be playing Haydn Sonata and also Saber Dance. I hope you enjoy my performance. Not like I'm playing Haydn Sonata and the Saber Dance. I hope you enjoy my performance. Then that will be too late, you see? People will already be clapping and nobody can hear what you're saying. Okay? That's the first thing. The second thing is, I like how you adjust the chair. That's all good. But when you sit down, don't go like this. You literally just kind of slam yourself into the chair. Do you know that? You just jump up and boom. No, just get on there gracefully. Okay? Can you show me how to do that? Just the beginning. Do introduction. Just do introduction. Move the bench a little bit and then sit on it gracefully. Okay? Try that. Come on, go over here. Do introduction again. Go.
Hello everyone.
Bow. Do it again. Get up there, turn around, first thing, bow. Okay?
Hello everyone, my name is Eugene and I will be performing a Haydn Sonata and Saber Dance. Hope you enjoy my performance and grab some tips if you would like.
Yes, that's more like it. Alright, that's very important. Okay, it's fine. Stop. That's fine. That's fine. So, I want you to practice this entire procedure at least once a day. Okay? From taking a bow, performing the whole program, to finish with a bow. And grabbing your music. Okay? Now, let's talk about the actual playing. So, I still remember you texted me and saying you cannot play the tunes, right?
I still can.
Okay, do you know why? Two reasons. One, you are not relaxed enough. And two, you keep sinking in. Your fingers keep sinking in, it doesn't go up.
It's really weird. I can do it at home, but I can't do it over here. I'm perfectly well at home.
Oh, every piano is different. So you need to find a way of playing it that will work for 99.9% of the piano. And I'm telling you right now, other than firming up the fingertips, two things. One, you need to relax. Two, you need to stay up. For example, which one is the hardest? Okay, so that's one. Right? See, when I play that, especially if it's a long one, you first want to relax. Relax a little bit, your whole arm, yeah, that's good. And only your fingers are moving. Yes, that's the first thing. The second thing is, when you press the key, we are not playing very deep, right? We just kind of go shallow. So what happens is, sometimes you go shallow, but you didn't pick up the finger all the way, and you get stuck. Okay? So what I want you to do is slowly, like this, feel the key. 7, right? Just slowly. How many do I play? 1, 2, 3. I'll start on a soft pedal. Hey. Slowly. Yeah, are you doing 5 or 7?
You told me to do 5 and now you're doing
Okay,
7.
sure. 5 then. Slowly. You feel that. Yes. Ditto. Yeah, see that one? You didn't pick up the third finger all the way. No, go slow. fast like that, you're not training your finger. Yes, okay, from right here. Slowly. Please slow. Relax. Yes, I'll do this one. Not so fast. Pick up all the Good. That's right. So. Now the other thing is, when you play this piece, you have so many different speeds. So you got drum, really? But I feel like you were playing a lot slower. Did you use a metronome every single time you play this one?
Not every single time.
Yeah, and then once you get to places such as here, you actually slow down quite a lot. Are you aware? And then when you go to this part, you rush a little bit. It's not stable. So when you're practicing, you have to use a metronome. So if 150 is too fast for you, play the beginning, the speed that you like. Okay, sure. Stop. That's 142. I will have you stick with 142. That's how fast you're gonna play. But you do need to use the metronome a lot. Okay? Now, slowly now. Future tune. Is that true? I'll do this one. It's light and it can be a bit more precise. And 2 and 1 and 2 and so can do more time. Good. Again. You're training your finger to relax, okay? Because once you play the tree, you realize, and I'll make it, and you get tense, and then you keep pressing it down, you hold on to things, not letting go, and then your tree become heavier and harder to move, okay? This may take a few days for you to gaze. That one. So what I'm trying to say is that when you're practicing, spend a lot of time going slowly and teaching your finger how to move properly. Okay? Because these are the things that you cannot just play fast all the time. Because when you play fast all the time, you're not trimming your finger to feel the key. It's so fast. You sort of and you've got a whole tune, right? So you gotta go slowly, feel it. Okay? What's the next section of trios then? Let's do this one. Yeah. You want to add that at the end? Sure. Doesn't matter what finger you use, but you go slow. You make sure it's even and comfortable. Comes even slower. Feel the finger. Let's try it again. Yeah. Alright, good. Do the fast one. See? It's sinking. Pick it up. Yeah, still feel it's unclear at the end. Let go. Yes. This time you should do it like this. Loud. This left. Slow. Do it slowly a few times. Okay, stop. Give me a little bit more right hand on the first note, left hand a little bit less. Two more. Yes. Okay, now go full speed. Cleaner. Still a little bit uneven. Yes. Alright. Now, also, the left hand is a bit too soft in your first play. Okay? What's the next section of trios? This thing. Feel all the keys and all the slowly. No, not slowly. Gentle like that. Yes. Also, when you pick up a finger, I think you pick up a little bit too high, so it sounds a little bit choppy. When you let go, can you make sure you just stop right at the top of the key? Doesn't that left hand too weak? You gotta feel the point. So every note. You'll have that little poo. See? Yeah. I want you to go through the whole piece and practice like that. So your trio can be better. Okay? Now, the middle section also here. All these trios, all these long trios. That's what we do. That's not what we do. Try that. You gotta go slowly. Again. beginning here. That's right. That's right. Okay. Same idea for all the trios here, okay? Now, when you get to here, this section is very specific. I really need you to play with a lot more clarity. When a voice comes in, I'm gonna play lower. That's the long voice, right? And the left hand. Sounds weird when I play solo and right. And this note, give a little bit of bounce, but don't play too soft, okay? Slowly. Like the last note here, I want you to pick it a little bit. Hear that? There's two notes we got. So few notes. There are three on the right and one on the left. Don't try to hide the left hand there. Let it bounce. Try that. Left hand louder. Both hand. Left hand louder. Too weak. More. And then I need you to play louder and louder. Okay? When you think you gave you enough power, I think you have more. Alright? This section, on time. You like to just do all kind of weird things. Sometimes you're a little bit slow, sometimes a little bit faster. And as usual, the left hand don't play too soft. Okay? When the right has a long note, the left hand is filling in the blank. So if you play too soft, it just disappeared. Can you play this thing smoother? There's no gap. Okay? Yes, the one thing is this two. The next two notes could be maybe on high. Like that. more kick to it. Not too soft here. This two. Start together. Oh, by the way, that note. Yeah, you can take some time. It's okay to take time. It's a really odd note. It's okay. I would say wait a little bit. That was someone else. Hear that? Right another. Okay, small things like that. Okay? Eh. Bring up slowly. That's right, that's right. That's right. Okay, so you see, trios like that, single it out, slow down, and clean it up. Okay? Let me see. The ending there, can you be a little bit more legato between these two? And this one. Still sounds a little bit choppy. Go slowly. You got the finger sound there, so it's a warm sound. This should be more, and this one should be less. Yeah, that's clean. Alright, that's clean. So, use the metronome, clean out the trios. Right now, focus this week. Use the metronome. Oh, the sun's still on the piano. Use the metronome. Do you think you can play these two pieces by memory?
I think so.
You have what? 2.5 weeks? Actually, no, 3 weeks? Is it 3 weeks? 24号。
11月20号。对，那还有1个月呢。
等一下，1、2、3 ，exactly a month. 4 weeks for you to memorize it and get all the details in there. Okay? I think you can do it.
I wrote it down.
You have to. Yeah. Slow practice all the trios. I just be more specific. Slow practice all the ornaments. not every show everything, especially the ornaments.
What is the ornaments?
ORNAMENT.
MENT.
Yeah, MENTS. Ornaments. Okay? So this thing, I think honestly, you put a smile on my face when you play. That's a good thing. It's just unstable and the trios needs more work. Okay, but when you started running, I was like, that's kind of cute. and that fits the character of this piece, kind of lighthearted. The middle can be louder, more serious. It's like a kid.
Here?
No, I'm talking about it as you become louder and louder. I think it gives me more sound, more power, more oomph here. Okay? More. But other than that, the rest are pretty good. Pretty good. We are working on some very small things. 老师说，其实你现在9岁，对吧？ Right？
刚9岁几天？
刚9岁。其实这个曲子，它再稍微磨精一点，可以去比赛用的。这个曲子很 OK 的。
哦，我看到一个人在那里 master competition 那里，怎么曲子？
Oh, all the entire movement? No, you don't have to play all the movements, but this 通常比赛的时候呢，他会要求看多大的比赛啦，就是少的话就是2个曲子，就是不同的 period。什么概念呢？这个 Haydn, it's from what we call the classical era. There are multiple musical periods, so we usually trace back to Baroque. Do you remember Bach? Yeah, Bach is from the Baroque period. That's like mid 1600s to early 1700s. That's like 300 and almost 400 years ago to about like 300 to 300 years ago. Something like that. And after that we have the classical era. Do you know Mozart? Do you know Haydn? You know, right? You know Beethoven. Beethoven is kind of like later classical, and that goes from around like early 1700s to like early 1800s, around that time. But once you get to like early 1800s, you go into something called the Romantic period. Okay? You want to write it down? Because that's something that will be called common sense that all musicians should know. So, Baroque, Q-U-E. Yeah? That's like 1600s.
Why do I don't know this?
Hmm?
Why do I don't know this?
You need to know because when musicians talk about mid 1600s to early 1700s, okay? This is not like defined. It's not like, hey, now it's 1720, the year of 1720. Let's change the classical period. No, it's not like that. It's like, we get to early 1700s. This is like more like fashion, People like to use iPhones nowadays, but who knows? Someday people might use, I don't know, you invent your own phone, the Yujing phone in like 20 years. But is it going to happen overnight? Like everybody just throw the iPhone out the window and then, hey, everybody buy Yujing phone from today on. We call it the Yujing era. Does it work like that? No, right? People just slowly like change, So that's why I said mid 1600s to early 1700s. Okay, because the fashion is changing, okay? And then you have the classical. Now, that's from, I would say like mid 1700s, or I would say early mid 1700s to about
What do you mean by early?
like 17, like 20, 30, something like that, to like super early 1800s. Okay?
Okay, like it.
Yeah, super early. That's like the first 10, 20 years of 1800s. And then this fashion kind of changed. I mean, do they still exist? Does Baroque style music and classical music still, classical era music still exist? Yes, they do, but they become less popular. Okay? And then we enter a romantic area. No, a romantic era, what I'm talking about. Romantic era. That's from 1800s, okay, all the way to early that's the main fashion. Okay? And then we have something called the Impressionism. We talk about that more. Impressionism. Now that overlaps a little bit. That's like late 1800s to mid 1900s. You see, it overlaps. Okay? Doesn't mean like they just clean cut. And also they happen in different places. Like Impressionism is mainly a French thing. Okay? Mainly French. The Russians, no. The Germans, nah. Impressionism, it's a very much a French thing. Okay? And then we go into the 1900s, the 20th century. We call it 20th century. 20th century. Do you know what 20th century means? No. 1900s onward. Okay? That's when you have all kind of weird music, They make music like that because they run out of things to write. They just look at the sky, it's like, oh, I see all the stars. And they just plot the position of the star on the music and call it a piece of music. You know? Sometimes you go to a concert expecting something cool, they just get a bucket of water and just like, play with water for like 3 minutes. What is that? I hated that, honestly. Okay? But early 20th century music, some are pretty good. It's usually after World War II. That's like, it wraps up like 1945 and beyond. That's when you get all kind of weird music. It lasted for like 30, 40 years. And then the good music started to come back, so which is good. I still see hope in humanity. Okay? So that's the major period that you want to remember. 5 of them. Okay, Baroque, Classical, Romantic, Impressionism, and 20th century. Or sometimes they call it the contemporary or the modern era. Okay? So what you play in Haydn, that's a classical era. So in a lot of the piano exam or competitions, they're required to have different music from different era. Okay? So you learn a Haydn, that's good. If you play something cool from the Romantic era, you're solid. Yeah. And if they want more, do something 20th century, like early 20th century. That would be pretty cool. Or Impressionism, that would be very good too. Okay? So, something to think about. And this is what we define music. So you want to remember this thing. Okay? As you get into more advanced music, we basically classify each composer into different eras. Chopin! What era is Chopin? Are you still working on this piece? What era is Chopin? Take a guess. Romantic era. Okay. Usually when you have this music, it's really powerful. Because look here, it's all like little things, right? I've talked about rhythm, clarity, playing notes clearly, and then the trios and things like the sonata. Those are classical era things. Romantic era is like power, speed, show off your technique, feeling. That's a romantic era thing. Okay, make sense? Yeah. So that's that. Now, Saber Dance. Sounds a little bit weird at first, right? It's like, what? You can call that the early 20th century, the early modern era.
I cheated. I actually really cheated. I wasn't cheating.
I know. So that's why when you first play this piece, it's like, nothing sounds quite right, But you eventually you get used to it and you have fun. You see the idea? It's that sound that's trying to find new sound, because honestly, for the Haydn, for the Chopin, you just listen to it the first time, it's like, yeah, sounds good, right? But like for this piece, it's like, it's quite different from anything you played before. And that's the sound of the 19th century. Okay. Now this one, for the most part, is pretty good. Make sure you do all the repeats. Do all the repeats. And yeah, take all repeat. And you see this thing right here? Bum, 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 bum. I want you to do something different. I want you to emphasize this one, this one, this one. So instead of doing exactly the same thing, you can go. Or I think that would make more sense actually. So something different. When I circle it, give extra heavy beat. So you create a different kind of rhythm. Like that. Can you try that? Slow. Both hands. You know, think about 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Think of it like that. It adds more flavor to the music. Try that. Okay. 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Grouping. Think of that as 4-note group, and then 3-note. This one group, 3-note. This one group, and 2. So it kind of feels like you're getting faster. You feel that? And that's like accelerating the music. Try that slowly. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. Yeah, that's good. I like how powerful you play this. But here, also punch it just as loud. Circle it because listen, when you're practicing, practice with a repeat. Okay, so it becomes natural. You don't need to think about, oh wait, I forgot to take a repeat. Oops. It doesn't happen to you. Make sure it doesn't happen to you like that. Okay? That's alright. Can I have more crescendo here? So that comes out, okay? Yes. Ooh. So you get to just like use all the power you have from here to here. Okay, write down. Use all the power. Just write down here. Use all the power. Because that's the ending piece for your recital, right? So you don't need to hold anything back. You don't need to worry about, okay, after I play this piece, I still have to play for an hour. You don't need to worry about that. Just dump all the power you have in the piano. Okay? Move on. Next piece.
Wait, what?
Behind.
Yeah, behind.
Yeah. 翻谱子温柔点，几下这个就烂了。Okay. This one too, you can just 慢慢可以帮它装订一下这个曲子，它也就是4页纸。You can just lay it out like that, so you don't have to keep flipping the page. Okay? Go ahead. Yes. Also, longer pedal. I think you can just hold the pedal all the way to here and change. Yeah. Watch out. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay, do it again. Left hand. Move the left hand. No! Actually, no. Can you move your left hand? phrase, because your pedal let go here, right? And there's no pedal basically until here. I need you to step on the pedal later, because every time you get to, you always get this kind of sound in the pedal. Play the note clearly, step on the pedal. Yeah. Same idea here. Step on the pedal later. Same idea. And we have that ending phrase. No, it's good. Here and here. Isn't that right? Play the note first. Go back. Same thing here. Second. Okay. Honestly, not bad when it comes to the run. Definitely work on your trills more. The same way you work on Haydn. Go slowly. Just keep it light. Things like that. What else? But the most important thing is the shape. So after you start from the beginning. What's that? It's the top. See that? Go back. See, it's high, right? Less, okay? Another crescendo. Sorry. Hear the sound? What? That pinky. Play the notes first and then pedal. See how clean? That's you like. Yeah, it's something like that. But I do it. See the difference?
It's like I practiced like 1 hour only the condition, but I still can play it right.
You gotta go slowly. Remember, we got to make sure we let go of our finger. Use your fingertips, yeah? Okay. And after you play a couple of times fast, you tense up, right? So relax. And the same thing, next one. Got it. Of course, you play really faster than me, so. You can go very fast. It's okay. All right. So, actually, I need to let you go. Shape all runs. Okay. Fix that. Okay. Get to work. Hopefully next week we don't have to spend so much time on the recital pieces. We can work on it.